It seems that the only objective of getting our children to go to the primary school is to ace PSLE. Never mind about learning or general knowledge or even soft skill. That is all secondary. But shouldn't it be the other way around? Then I ask him, if there's no test or exam, then what would you do at the school? His eye lit up and stared at me and said one word, learn. And that should be the way that our children learn. The PSLE system is flawed as a basis of determining the fate of our children. How can you determine the true talents of a child simply on the basis of a few standardized tests taken at the age of 12? We propose in our manifesto to allow the parent the option, not replacement, of putting their primary school students in a 10-year through train system, from primary to secondary. Stress is not necessarily bad. It is what shapes us, molds us, and builds us. But too much stress is not good for us and our children. We need to change the mindset of kiasuness and acing the PSLE at all costs.
I ask myself 3 questions. Do I believe that it is healthy for Singapore to have a handful of people from the same political party deciding what is best for our country? Do I want a future for my country where my children dare not responsibly disagree with the government and speak their mind because they are afraid of being fixed? Do I think that our current policies and policy-making processes are perfect? That there is no need for improvement? That nothing more needs to be done for Singaporeans, especially vulnerable Singaporeans? The answer for each one of them was no.
Then, GRCs were expanded, supposedly to take advantage of economies of scale in running town councils. But they are actually being used to bring in candidates to Parliament under the protection of a minister. We would never threaten you to get your vote. Both GRCs and nominated MPs should be abolished. And if the Workers' Party ever comes into power, we would abolish both schemes even though they would favor us. The PAP tells us that their backbenchers can be a check, but can they truly be a check? They are called backbenchers for a reason. It is the PAP ministers sitting in the front who make the policy. Even if the PAP MPs speak up, can they vote when their party leaders decide on something? No! Letting them check themselves is giving them a blank check. The Workers' Party differs from the PAP because we do not think that the government should infiltrate every aspect of life. The PAP obviously thinks they should control everything. In those days, the Football Association of Singapore was headed by people who were not politicians. They were passionate about the game and relied on their own networks to bring in coaches and technical expertise. They even poured in their own money at times to achieve their dreams. Where is Singapore soccer today? According to the rankings by football's world governing body FIFA, Singapore dropped from number 70 in the world in 1993 to a new low this year of 157 in the world. Looking at how our rankings have nosedived over the last 20 years, is this policy working? The sports minister should be committing harakiri. Now, I'm not belittling the efforts of our current footballers or their coaches. It is the structure I'm questioning. And now FIFA has been critically looking at the structure of the FAS as it believes officials of football associations should be freely elected.
If you want to nurture and prepare the next generation for a better, more humane Singapore, vote for Workers' Party. Empower your future.
Vote for the Workers' Party to empower the future of our children. Vote for the Workers' Party to empower your future. Thank you.
Each and every one of us here, the people of Singapore, can collectively decide on the direction and forge our future together. Remember, vote for the Workers' Party. Empower your future.
掌握民权，把握未来，投工人党一票。谢谢，感谢，terima kasih, thank you, nandri.
Send a strong message to the PAP that Singaporeans want to be free from their arrogance, their control, and their threats. Empower your future. On 11 September, vote for the Workers' Party.
The past is our mirror. The present is our reflection. And the future is in our hands to make. We must not let the PAP decide our future according to their whims and fancies any longer. We must remind the PAP that Singapore is a nation, not a corporation. We must hammer home the message that the people are the masters of Singapore, not the PAP.